Good evening, and welcome to Alexander Stadium, Perk Field, on this beautiful evening as we come together to honor these amazing young people. I would like you to remind you that this ceremony is a formal one. Please be respectful to those who are speaking and do not approach the graduates or the stage area during the ceremony. On behalf of the Piqua City School Board of Education, the Superintendent, Mr. Dwayne Thompson, the Piqua High School faculty in the class of 2018, I welcome you to the 155th commencement exercises. We are here this evening to celebrate the hard work, sacrifices, and achievements of these young men and women. We are also here to thank all the individuals who have played a role in this milestone: parents, grandparents, teachers, friends, and community members. Please enjoy this ceremony this evening. At this time, would you please rise for the singing of our national anthem, which is presented by the young women of the show choir.
Ready, ladies? One, two, three. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in echoing through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Amazing job, ladies. I'd like to direct your attention to the center. The Piqua School Board will be officially certifying diplomas for the graduating class of 2018 at this time.
Good evening. Test, test. Good evening to our board tonight. It is my recommendation that you approve this list of graduates as our class of 2018.
Do we have a motion to approve the graduates of 2018?
Mr. President, it is with great honor and privilege that I make the motion to adopt the Piqua High School Class of 2018 graduation list as presented.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Mr. Hiddle, please call the roll.
Mr. Patrizio. Mr. Ford. Mrs. McMacken. Mr. Bostic. Mr. Height.
Aye. Motion carried.
I would now like to turn the ceremony over to Cameron Brown.
Good evening. I'm Senior Class President Cameron Brown. Will the Piqua teachers and administrators please rise? These are the teachers and administrators who have been with us throughout our time at Piqua City Schools. They not only serve us as educators, but have served to guide us through many difficult decisions we have had to make. We may not always show it, but we truly do appreciate what you have done for us. If it wasn't for your hard work and dedication, some of us may not be sitting here today. Some of you were personally invited by a senior to sit on the field during graduation and to shake our hands when we get our diplomas. To all of you standing here, I know that I am representing the whole class by saying a huge thank you for being here tonight to support us during this ceremony. Please give them a round of applause. You may be seated. I would also like to take time to recognize two very special people to the senior class. Deb Allen and Beth Rosencrantz, could you please stand? Your guidance and support is greatly appreciated. On behalf of the senior class, we thank you. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce the Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Tony Lyons.
Good evening. It is my pleasure this evening to be able to introduce the valedictorians and salutatorian for the class of 2018. This evening, the salutatorian is Leanne Price. Leanne Price is the daughter of Jeff and Linda Price. While in high school, she was very involved in extracurricular activities, including student leadership, National Honor Society, Link Leaders, Chief Athletic Leadership Club, and Model United Nations. In addition to these activities, she played soccer all 4 years while she was in high school and served as captain her senior year. She was also selected to attend the Hobie and Ryla leadership camps her sophomore year of high school. Outside of school, she is involved in her community as a volunteer in both Green Street Church and Piqua Central Intermediate School. This fall, she will attend Butler University and major in chemistry. Please welcome salutatorian Leanne Price.
I'd like to start off saying congratulations to each and every one of you. You finally made it. Those of you who know me well are well aware that being up here in front of people is the last place I want to be right now. Standing in front of people and being the center of attention has never been the place for me. In fact, I try to avoid it whenever possible. However, I was given some advice earlier this year, urging me that this was my time to push myself outside of my comfort zone. Although at the time, I didn't appreciate this encouragement, because let's face it, stepping outside of your comfort zone is scary, I now realize how right that person was. The beginning of senior year brought my final soccer season, something I both looked forward to and dreaded. As I mentioned previously, I avoid public speaking as much as possible, and one of the stipulations to being a soccer coach is to make a speech in front of the team, explaining why you deserve the role of captain. I had already made up my mind that I was not going to be captain because there was no way I was going to make a speech. However, when time wound down, I was asked to make a speech despite my earlier reservations. As many of you can probably imagine, I was a stuttering mess. My face was beet red with embarrassment, as it probably is right now. This was my first step to journeying out of my comfort zone, and it paid off. I was awarded one of the captain spots for the soccer team, and I like to believe that I filled the role well. Yet, the journey did not stop there, although it easily could have. Later into the season, it seemed I could not catch a break. I was asked to do video after video and interview after interview. Whether it be a TV commercial, a radio interview, or a promotional video, I was being forced to step up and put myself out there. I was constantly reminded that this was a part of growing up and being a leader, having to do things that you may not like. However, it was because of these opportunities that I grew as a person. I might still be very uncomfortable in the spotlight, but I'm more likely to speak up in class or in discussion. More importantly, I realized that I'm not living my life to its true potential if I'm not pushing myself outside of my comfort zone. In all of this, I learned a very important lesson. Life requires all of us to make many choices and do many things. Some we will wish we had never done, and others we will replay in our minds a million times, wishing to go back to those moments. Every single choice and situation we encounter makes us who we are. My decision to step outside of my comfort zone and make that captain speech, or the decision to appear in all of those videos and interviews, has shaped the person I am today. Don't be afraid to make tough choices. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Some will lead to wonderful memories. And maybe, most importantly, don't lose sight of those who stick by your side, no matter what choice you make, whether it be your best friend, your family, or another influential person. I know that I would not have been the captain or up here today if it weren't for my friends, my teammates, my family, even my Uncle Spanky, and all of you. As we all look to the future and the choices it holds, don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zones and try something new. In the words of the renowned motivational speaker, Brian Tracy, move out of your comfort zone. You can only grow if you are willing to feel awkward and uncomfortable when you try something new. Thank you, and good luck, class of 2018.
Thank you, Leanne. It is my honor to introduce Valedictorian Cameron Brown. Cameron Brown is one of Kimberly and Clayton Brown's 3 children. Throughout his 4 years at PHS, Cameron has participated in such extracurricular activities as student leadership, cross-country, track and field, and National Honor Society. He has served as president of the class of 2018 for all 4 years of high school. Cameron was selected to attend Ryla and Buckeye Boys State and was a Piqua teen leader his junior year. He is also a National Merit Scholar. This fall, Cameron will attend Harvard University. Please welcome Valedictorian Cameron Brown.
As I stand here and look over the crowd in front of me, I see the faces of many who have helped me get to where I am today. And if I'm to say anything, I must first thank those who have allowed me this opportunity to speak to all of you. I thank God above all because it was only through him that so many others were able to impact my life in the way that they did. So thank you to my mom and my dad, to my friends, Wes, Trevor, Seth, Logan, Ethan, Lily, and Leanne, and many others. Thank you to my family, to all of the teachers who helped me along the way. One teacher in particular comes to mind as I stand at this podium today because she, as teachers of inspiration do, provoked a question in my mind. I remember the moment about 4 years ago at the end of 8th grade when I was recognized as one of the students who had earned a 4.0 for both years of junior high. Mrs. Snap, myself, and a few other students were standing at the plaques that said 4.0 Club, and I remember her saying something close to, "Most high school valedictorians' names are on these plaques, and I know I'll see one of you up there speaking when it's your time to graduate." Now, as a kid, I never imagined that I would be one of the students up here, but from that moment, I began asking if it would be me, if I would do well enough to get this opportunity. Because of people like Mrs. Snap, that question of if has been answered today. But if is not the only question. There is, in fact, the much more important question of why. Why am I up here today? Many would answer, well, because the valedictorians and salutatorians are always given this opportunity, but why? Whatever I say tonight, I was told, is supposed to capture the reasons for my success. I have worked incredibly hard to earn that success, and now I'm to share those experiences, share how I've achieved what I have. If this is the purpose behind the platform, then the person whose experiences have included the most hard work is the best choice to have this opportunity. I am incredibly honored to be up here tonight. However, maybe I haven't worked the hardest out of all the classmates who sit behind me. There are some who put in more hours of hard work on the very field upon which they sit tonight than I ever spent studying. There are others who worked harder and longer hours on the clock at their job. There are even others who spent more hours studying, put in more effort to contend with their work than I ever did. And yet, none of those people were given this opportunity to be up here tonight. Perhaps there are much better people to have this platform, but they didn't get it because no one ever looked at it. No one ever looked at the tradition of putting the highest GPA up here year after year and really reconsidered the reason that students get this opportunity. No one ever asked why. We're so easy to happily do things because that's just the way it is, and we never ask why it is that way. Tradition is never challenged. Contentment so often leads to wrong, perhaps as it has done in this very situation. And so we must challenge tradition, challenge the way things are. We must ask why and seek to do everything the right way, regardless of how it's always been done. And to my classmates, we can't fear the criticisms that might bring from anyone, especially those who disregard you for your age. and dismiss change because they have more experience than you and know the right way because that's how it's worked for so long. As actress Natalie Portman put it so well, sometimes your fears or inexperience may lead you to embrace other people's expectations, standards, or values. But you can harness that inexperience to carve out your own path, one that is free of the burden of knowing how things are supposed to be, a path that's defined by its own particular set of reasons. And so we can't start to believe that fear that deviating from the way things are will unavoidably lead to failure, especially if we believe that there's a better way forward. As Ed Helms, who plays Andy Bernard on the TV show The Office, so eloquently put it, so long as your desire to explore is greater than your desire not to screw up, you're on the right track. So don't hesitate to explore change and new ways forward. Don't hesitate to challenge preconceived ways and to destroy contentment. Never hesitate to ask why. At the same time, though, we can't get so caught up in asking why that we fear going forward if there's no exact answer to the question. This is the true nature of the exploration of the new. Often, what lies ahead down the new path is a mystery, and the fear of the unknown must not prevent us from going down our own path, where no one has been before. It can't prevent us from following our own dreams or our own goals, even if there's no profound reason for them. When these fears of failure arise against your desires to go against the seemingly proven old paths, remember the words of author J.K. Rowling, who said, "It's impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well have not lived at all, in which case you fail by default." So never fear failure when defying the normal way of things, even if sometimes when you ask why, there's no answer. In those cases, you just have to ask, why not? Thank you.
Thank you, Cameron. I'm pleased to introduce Valedictorian Darby BUPP. Darby BUPP is the daughter of Brad and Maria BUPP. While in high school, Darby served as president of the National Honor Society and Interact Club, as well as section leader and dance captain of the company. She is an active member in Key Club, Student Council, and Spanish Club. She volunteers at the Special Olympics, Big Brothers Big Sisters, and the Center for Neurological Development. Darby attended the Buckeye Girls State and Hobie conferences, is a recipient of the Top 100 Award, winner of the Rotary Speech Contest, and was awarded the Jeff Zimmerman Spirit Award. Darby is heavily involved in youth in government, where she was elected Ohio Speaker of the House and was selected to attend Kona. This fall, Darby will attend Georgetown University in Washington, D.C., where she will study government. Please welcome Valedictorian Darby BUPP.
A couple of weeks ago, I was frantically driving to school early to finish my stats exam, and I passed one of my favorite spots in Piqua, a big field filled with yellow dandelions. As I angrily stopped my car at a red light, something caught my eye. Over the course of one night, every single yellow flower in my favorite field had transformed into a fluffy white dandelion. I know that this story seems irrelevant and somewhat insignificant, but I will always remember it because it was the first time that it truly hit me that my entire life was about to change. In one single night, the yellow flower of my adolescence was going to change into a white puff of adulthood, and my field of dandelion classmates would soon dissipate into nothing but empty green stems. This realization not only caused me to miss the changing of the light and to irritate the driver behind me, but it also gave me a moment to really think back over the past 4 years. Unlike many other students at Piqua, I didn't attend Piqua City Schools simply because I live in the school district. I chose to go here. When I was 13 years old, I graduated from my private elementary school, and my parents let me tour the local schools in order to select one. Honestly, at 13 years old, my brain was not quite the most pragmatic, so I ultimately decided on attending Piqua Junior High because it had a jazz band and an elevator. To summarize, I didn't choose Piqua schools because of a fabulous, inspiring reason, but my choice did give me a unique outlook on our school. I've faced many obstacles throughout the past 6 years, and as I encounter each one, I always subconsciously ask myself, would this be happening to me if I picked a different school? The first time that I asked myself this question was when I was in the 7th grade, and I sat by myself in the lunchroom because I didn't know anyone. The answer to my question was no. That might not have happened if I went to a different school. I could have easily gone to a private school with 4 people in my grade, just like the one that I had left behind, where friendship was mandatory because there simply was no other option. But in the end, I'm glad the answer was no. I'm glad that I wasn't satisfied with my solitude, because being by myself forced me to change for the better. I taught myself how to speak up and make friends, to share my opinions and to fight for what I believe in. In the end, I might have been more comfortable at another school, but being uncomfortable forced me to become the person I am today. When I was a freshman, I asked myself this question yet again when I became friends with someone that had dyed their hair blue. This hairstyle itself was a very insignificant part of my childhood, but it forced me to really take a look at the student body and the diverse group of people that occupy not only our school, but the entire city of Piqua. As I looked around at my classmates, I realized that hairdos were not the only way in which my peers differed. I easily could have picked a school filled with people that look, pray, act, and think just as I do. But in the end, I've never been happier than I am when I debate with my friends on politics. And I've never been prouder than I was to watch a friend single-handedly raise enough money to support herself in college. These are moments and lessons that I will cherish for the rest of my life. The variability among our class has fostered within each and every one of us a sense of humility, tolerance, and acceptance. These are qualities that I would never have learned to appreciate at a different school. Finally, I asked myself this question only a few weeks ago when I visited an old friend and received a somewhat sour reminder that I am, in fact, not the only valedictorian at Piqua High School. I won't lie. It's been tough to work alongside a person that is as intelligent, gifted, and unique as Cameron Brown. It probably would have been easier to go to a different school and potentially reap the benefits of my valedictorianship alone. But I would not be the same person without him in my life. Thank you, Cameron, for pushing me to be myself and to never stop striving to be the very best that I can be. It's crazy to think that I could have lived an entirely different life. I could have gone to an entirely different school and, as a result, become an entirely different person. The day that I saw that mystical elevator and heard the sweet tunes of the jazz band, I did something that will define my life forever. I planted my dandelion in the field of Piqua High. I changed into the person that I am today. And as I grew, my roots intertwined with those of the people that I will truly never forget. Thank you to my teachers, who have taught me how it feels to be brave. Thank you to my parents, who have taught me how it feels to be loved. And thank you to my friends, who have taught me how it feels to be myself. Today, our white dandelion puffs are shining in the sun, full of hope and possibility. And tomorrow, we will blow away in the wind. Our silky tufts will float to different cities, different states, even different countries. We may never all return to the field of Piqua High. We may never see each other again, but our green stems will remain, our roots will hold firm, and we will never forget.
I would like to call your attention to the inside of the bulletin. We'll be recognizing the students that have earned special recognition. This past Wednesday evening, many awards were presented to graduating seniors. We estimate the total amount from local organization, families, trusts, colleges, and universities to be about $2.3 million. This year, we're able to honor 45 of our graduating seniors at our academic signing day. This money is evidence that our students have challenged themselves while at Piqua High School. Let's give this group a well-deserved round of applause. Next, I would like to recognize a group of students who are wearing silver honor cords. These students are about to be recognized to have earned a GPA that exceeds 4.0. These students have participated in AP or concurrent enrollment classes that carry a weighted GPA. There are 29 students in the 2018 with a 4.0 or higher GPA. All students wearing the silver cord, please stand to be recognized. Please give them a round of applause. The next group worthy of special recognition are the students receiving honors diplomas. The criteria developed by the state of Ohio include a heavy academic load as well as a 27 or higher on the ACT. 44 students are receiving the honors diploma this evening. All students receiving the honors diploma, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Students wearing white sashes this evening are members of the National Honor Society. In order to be included into the National Honor Society, students must demonstrate excellence in 4 areas known as the 4 pillars. These are scholarship, leadership, character, and service. All members of the National Honor Society, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Students wearing red cords have received them for registering to donate blood on 3 different occasions at Piqua High School. Students wearing the red cords, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Students wearing a red, white, and blue cord have enlisted into the military. Students wearing the military cords, please stand and be recognized. Thank you for your future service. At this time, I'd like once again to introduce the president of the senior class, Cameron Brown.
It is my pleasure to present Piqua High School with a gift from the senior class. This money will be used towards the Veterans Wall that will be located in the Piqua High School lobby. Specifically, this money will be used to redesign the entrance to Piqua High School and showcase the achievements of our students. Next, I will read the parent diploma. This is for any parent or guardian who has impacted our lives. You have watched us grow, raised us to be the young adults we have become. You are by far the greatest influences a student can have throughout school. You pushed us to do our best, and look where we are now. From the bottom of our hearts, we are eternally grateful for everything you've done for us. At this time, I will read the diploma. May I please have all of the parents and guardians stand. This diploma is being awarded to you in appreciation for your efforts in helping me to graduate from Piqua High School. You and the school have provided us with an educational opportunity that is a lifelong gift. Only you realize the struggles, sacrifices, and unselfish efforts that have been made in order that I may be a successful graduate on this commencement day. Thank you. I love you for all you have done for us. By the authority vested in me as a Piqua High School graduate, I authorize this diploma to be awarded on June 1st, 2018. Please give them a round of applause. Once again, thank you for everything you've done for us. It is now my pleasure to introduce Superintendent Dwayne Thompson.
Thank you, Cameron. Good evening and congratulations to the class of 2018. Thank you to the family and community members that have joined us for this commencement ceremony this evening. It is my pleasure to formally present the class of 2018. Before I do this, however, I would like to recognize some special guests that are here tonight. To my right, over here next to the teachers, I would like to welcome Mr. Chuck Alexander, Bob Fosnight, and Paul Staley from the Piqua High School class of 1948. In December this past year, the class of 1948 reached out to me to request to share some lifelong reflections with the students of the class of 2018. Their wish was simple. They wanted each graduate to know that each of their lives has hope and a great future ahead of them. That life has ups and downs, but they also have very much to look forward to. Members of each graduating class met this week for a special joint taping for the Indian Nation station, and that interview will air all this week on Channel 5 and YouTube. And I assure you that you will enjoy watching these two generations getting acquainted with each other for the first time. As the two generations met, they learned of the differences and how much they are also alike. For example, both generations were nervous at graduation. Both wanted success in their futures. Both generations dreamed about the future that they have, and they both wondered about the potential triumphs, challenges, work, and even who their lifelong soulmates might be. Even though the times of each generation grew up in have intentionally or unintentionally guided their paths leading up to their high school graduations, they found that they had a number of similarities in their discussion. 2018 graduates, as you walk off the stage tonight with your diplomas and think about your future aspirations, the trials you may face, and wonder about your unknown outcomes, shake the hands of these gentlemen that have labored at a young age to support their families through the Depression and fought wars on foreign soil while serving in the armed forces. Look at the wisdom in their eyes, for they have now served as shepherds for 3 generations of their own descendants in their own lineage. And don't miss their smiles, because in their smiles, you will find reassurance, and you will know that in their past 70 years since their graduation, they have experienced wonderful surprises, and they are very proud of where they are today. And they hope that you too will be sitting where they are in 2088 to send that same message to the graduating class then. So thank you to the class of 1948 for reaching out to this generation and for being here this evening. And now it is with great pleasure that I say to each of you, by the power vested in me by the Ohio Board of Education and the Piqua Board of Education, it is my true honor to confirm that these young men and women have met or exceeded all the requirements for graduation and now officially enjoy the rights and privileges thereof. Piqua City School District Board President Height, fellow board members, distinguished faculty members, and ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Piqua High School graduating class of 2018.
Too short.
Rachel Mackenzie Abbott. Zandria Z. Abram. Kayla Marie Addington. John Marcos Adorno Soto. Joshua Asher Ryan Alexander. Michael D. Ashcraft. Kelsey Nicole Bell. Trevor Edward Billett. Kirsten Jordan Blair. Scott A.R. Bettiger. Darius R. Brown. Kelsey M. Humbarger. Tiffany Jean Bradley. Come on, Darius. Amelia Renee Bretland. Cameron Brian Brown. Davon Clarence Brown. Logan Allen Bubeck. Darby Josephine BUPP.
You're going to get a hold of my grandmother, right?
Kyra Rayanne Buchanan. Jacob Allen Bushnell. Meredith L. Butt. Quintori Devon Byers. Benjamin Foster Bynum. Devin Scott B. Caldwell. Ashton R. Catron. Summer L. Causey. Alicia Renee Collette. Robert Russell Comstock. Logan Perry Copsey. Corey Scott Cottrell. Kirsten Michelle Cottrell. Caleb L. Cox. Braden Marie Kraft. Cameo Danielle Crane. Harry D. Krieger III. Alexis M. Crumpler. Austin William Davis. Maya Nicole Davis. Stephanie Aileen Davis. Brianna S. Decker. Catherine Elizabeth Dolder. Heather Michelle Dowd. Christopher C. Eller. Mackenzie Jane Ellerman. Kylie D. Emmerich. Megan E. Etherington. Corinne Marie Evans. Quentin S. Evans. Rashawn DJ Fisher. Morgan Aaliyah Ford. Wesley Allen Ford. Devin Christopher Fossler. Zariah Vera Franklin. Brianna Laureen Fuller. Ashley Taylor Furby. Emma Grace Furby. Navy Alexis Gibson Garber. Ethan J. Garland. Amanda Lynn George. Zachary W. Jagir. Casey H. Graves. Brianna L. Gray. Madison Taylor Giozzi. Jared Thomas Gollett. Jason L. Hampton. Zian Denzel Harrison. Sadie A. Hartzell. Sean Matthew Hatke. Samantha Jo Helton. Samuel J. Herndon. Derek David Height. Tristan A. Hostetter. Savannah Grace Hume. Jacob Brian Carlton Hummel. Macy Lou Jackson. Grace Leanna Jennings. Megan R. Jess.
Here comes another service man.
Mackenzie J. Jessup. Caden Miles Jones.
Oh, good side trip, huh?
Meredith Lee Karn.
Got a horn blowing back.
Ryan M. Katz. Rachel S. Carnham. Faith Enya King. Darian C. Kinsella. Ethan Augustus Kister. Gabrielle Aline Knopf. Chloe Rose Kuhn. Heather Nicole Lacey. Shelby Lynn Lamar. Hannah Elizabeth Ann Lambert. Morgan Eleanor Land. Spencer Todd Levy. Mara Elizabeth Lawrence. Carly J. Lawson.
Oh my. Don't leave that yet.
Thank you.
Aaliyah Marie Lee. Brent Charles Lemon. Chad W. Lewis. Chloe Skylar Littleton. Javia Danae Lucas. Stephen R. Lyman. Kelsey E. Magato. Mara N. Manson. Sarah E. Marion. David P. McMillan III. Kaylor James Meckstroth. Karis Tennille Meckstroth. Noah Aiden Myring. Colton J. Meyer. Haley Marie Michael. Gannon J. E. Miller. Corinne N. Millett. Jolita D. Miracle. Madeline Pearl Mitchell. Chase H. Motter. Sophia Annalise Mueller. Caitlin Ashley Mullenix. Alan Jacob Myers. Randa Alexis Neal. Brendan A. O'Neill. Madison Alexandra Ordine. Jenna Lynn Parker. Desiree Starr Parrish. Raj B. Patel. Terry Lee Penny. Kelsey Cheyenne Peters. Ashley Nicole Peterson. Alexander Joseph Phillips. Emily Rose Powell. Skylar W. Powers. Leanne Elizabeth Price. Shane M. Price. Laura Ashley Pritchett. Alexandria K. Richardson. Caitlin Mackenzie Rohr. Preston Kenneth Schaefer. Benjamin Paul Schmeezing. Jade McKenna Schneider. Hayden Scott S. Shrub. Alexis J. Sider. Cassidy McKenna Elizabeth Shelby. Caleb Ryan Smith. Molly Jean Smith. Emily Claire Stacy. Angelina Z. Stogler. Lily Marie Stewart. Gavin Anthony Stravell. Grace Margaret Stravell. Kenneth A.D. Sorrells. Austin A.R. Southers. Bailey S. Terry. Nathaniel J. Thompson. Janolia Lenora Tipton. Seth Anthony Trapp. Kristen Grace Victor. Bryce J. Walling. Kelly S. Weiner. Casey Marie Weisenbarger. Drake Spencer Whitney. Lauren Page Williams. Ashton S.M. Wilson. Skylar Mackenzie Wilson. Damian M. Woolaver. Maya Marie Woodruff. Cameron Michael Woods. Braden Dwayne Young. Michaela Amy Young. Whitney Nicole Young. Holden Douglas Young. Nicholas D. Abling. Hector Acosta. Mikkel Elizabeth Archer. Mavis Pearl Brown. Levi Ray Brubaker. Elizabeth Breon Emily Kane. Alexis S. Cecil. John Matthew Chambers. Nathaniel T. Clayton. Rodney G. Eller. Douglas J. Foster. Hester. Logan M. Francis. Alyssa L. Gamble. Austin Scott Harshman. Deshaun J. Hester. Cole M. Hopper. Asia K. Johnson. Caitlin M. Parker. Ryan Daniel Pierre. Isaiah Matthew Smith. Ashley Claire Sowers. Matthew D. Thompson. Mariana L. Valverde. Lindsay D. Williamson III. Kaylee Ashlyn Wintrow.
To the graduates of 2018. Tonight you will walk out of the stadium a graduate of Piqua High School. For 13 years you have been working towards this movement. However, have you really sat back and thought what defines a graduate of Piqua High School? A Piqua graduate is prepared for success in service, career, or college. You have completed the required curriculum and assessments for the state of Ohio. You have been engaged in the community. You have experienced leadership. You have embraced diversity and have overcome adversity. To go further, you have learned to collaborate, to communicate, and to think critically. You are problem solvers, goal-oriented, and strive for continuous growth and improvement. You have all the tools needed to create a wonderful life for yourself. Once again, congratulations for your hard work. To the parents of the class of 2018, I'd like to thank you for the opportunity to allow Piqua Schools to be a part of your child's life. The other day, I was reading through the invitations the graduates had written to the Piqua school staff. The invitations did not include academic terms like math, reading, or science. Instead, they included statements like being there for me, taking time for me, and my personal favorite, you challenged me to be better. Of course, these kind words would make any educator feel proud, but I think they represent a greater idea. These terms are a reflection of the community that we have created in Piqua Schools. You've allowed us to be an impact on your students' life. You have trusted us to help them grow, and most importantly, you've allowed us to care for them while they were here. Thank you. I would like to recognize Ethan Fleming. There's a flower in his seat dedicated to him. Ethan would be graduating tonight if he had not lost his life in the first grade. It is with my pleasure that I now introduce Piqua High School's The Company under the direction of Mr. Tom Westfall as they perform I'm Alive.
trust no one. You did not break me. I'm still fighting for peace. I've got thick skin and an elastic heart, but your blade, it might be too sharp. I'm like a rubber band until you pull too hard. Then I may snap and I move fast. You won't see me go. 'Cause I got an elastic heart. I had a one-way ticket to a place where all the demons go, where the wind don't change and nothing in the ground can ever grow. No hope, just lies, and you're taught to cry and you're below. But I survived. Oh. I'm still breathing. I'm still breathing. I'm still breathing. I'm still breathing. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. You took it all, but I'm still breathing. 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 I made every single mistake that you could ever possibly make. I took and I took and I took what you gave, but you never noticed that I was in pain. I knew what I wanted, I went in and got it. Did all the things that you said that I wouldn't. I told you that I would never be forgotten, and all it's bad for you. And I'm still breathing. I'm still breathing. I'm still breathing. I'm still breathing. I'm alive. I'm
I'd like to take special thanks to the high school secretaries, Mrs. Carolyn Pearson, Joanne Mars, Shelley Mitchell, Terry Hess, and Christian Schneider, and our custodial staff and the grounds team, administrators Daryl Height, John Shovstall, Chip Hare, and the Piqua High School Guides Department for hard work in setting up the graduation. I would please have Darby BUPP, please stand as Darby BUPP comes up to sing the Piqua High School alma mater.
Our hearts all turn to thee, thou inspiration of our lives, through all the time to be. The many lessons learned from thee will guide our footsteps right
this time, I'd like to introduce the class officers of the class of 2018. Cameron Brown, Brent Lemon, Madison Ghiozzi, and Wesley Ford. Class officers, will you please perform the tassel ceremony? It is my pleasure to introduce you to the Piqua High School class of 2018. Graduates, you are dismissed.